Who said that?
My mama, because I just got out.
Okay, so you did talk to her recently then?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what was that conversation like?
She made me cry.
Why? What happened?
Because I had asked her, I was like, if I don't go to your house, then I'm going to be homeless. But she didn't really care.
I mean, I'm gonna ask, did anything ever happen to you when you was younger?
Yeah, a lot.
What happened? What's up, YouTube? Man, it looks like things are heating up for summer 23. So stay tapped in. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. It's a beautiful night out here. And so are you homeless?
Yes.
Okay, and so how old are you?
19.
19? Okay, how long have you been homeless?
Since I got out of jail.
You gotta speak up just a little bit for me.
Since I got out of jail.
Since you got out of jail? Okay, and so how long has that been?
2 days.
A few days?
Yeah, 2 days.
Okay. How long was you in jail for?
2 years.
2 years? What was you in jail for 2 years for?
I had cash and bad checks.
Okay, so some checks or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so the long and short of it is that you just got out. Do you not have mom or dad or anything like that to go to?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we'll talk about that. All right, do you have any kids?
No.
No? Have you ever been married?
No.
No, okay. All right, so let's start from the beginning. So, where you from?
Georgia.
Georgia where?
Gwinnett.
You from Gwinnett?
Yeah.
Hey, man, don't be rolling them eyes. Shout out that north side, man. That's what we call Gwinnett these days.
Yeah,
back in the day,
side.
we ain't used to recognize Gwinnett, but Gwinnett got big clout now. All right, so growing up in Gwinnett, did you, and Gwinnett is a huge county. Was you in South Gwinnett or North Gwinnett?
Like me, in the middle.
Okay.
Lawrenceville.
I get it. All right, and so growing up in Gwinnett, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
Yeah.
Okay, were they married?
At first they were, up until I was 4 years old.
4? They divorced at 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when they split, did he remain active and present in your life?
Yeah, my dad was the one who took care of me for a while, and then I didn't know my mom.
You didn't know your mom?
Mm-mm.
Well, you lived with her up to 4, right?
Yeah, and then when I turned 4, she just kind of...
Dipped out?
Yeah.
Did you ever get an explanation as to what was the reason for that?
No.
No? Okay. So we'll talk about that. Well, I mean, so do you guys have a relationship today?
No.
No? When's the last time you saw her?
4 years ago.
4 years ago? What was that meeting like?
It was okay. I mean, it wasn't the best, but...
Okay. So let me ask, Gwinnett is a very diverse county.
Yeah.
Did you grow up around a lot of white people, black people, or kind of Mexicans and Asians, or what?
Mexicans and black people.
Mexicans and black people? Okay. And so do you have brothers and sisters?
I have an older brother, 2 stepsisters, and a half brother.
Okay. As far as your older brother, how much older is he than you?
6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, you just got out a few days ago. Do they know that you're, homeless and everything like that?
Yeah.
And so what's their response to that?
They didn't want nothing to do with it. They didn't want to help me.
Why not?
She said she don't trust me and shit, so...
Who said that?
My mama, because I just got out.
Okay, so you did talk to her recently then?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what was that conversation like?
She made me cry.
Why? What happened?
Because I had asked her, I was like, if I don't go to your house, then I'm going to be homeless. But she didn't really care.
How did that make you feel?
Sad.
Okay. So, then that kind of leads to the question, right? So, what are you doing, for, money out here and stuff like that? And now, keep in mind now, I'm not a rookie out here, right? So,
Yeah.
I'm out here for real, and I'm very observant. And so, what's going on? What are you doing for money these days?
It just depends.
So, we kind of like selling sex for money?
No. I don't do that shit.
So, what are we doing?
Usually I'll go to Walmart and boost sisters.
So, just boosting, basically? Kind of selling on the street?
Yeah.
So, as far as your dad goes, what's the deal with him? You grew up with him, and so why doesn't he come and get you or whatever?
Me and my dad goes out of town like 5 days a week, but me and my stepmom, we don't get along.
Why not?
I don't know, we just never had when I was a kid. Just like, she always used to be real disrespectful.
Well, I mean, was it her being disrespectful or was it you?
No, it was her.
It was her?
She threw a chair at me and then I threw her back and I was the one that got charged.
Okay, but why did she throw a chair at you?
I don't know, it just belongs to me.
Okay. So, I mean, so growing up, let me ask, I mean, would you say that you had a fairly normal childhood?
Nah, because I had to raise my little brother.
Okay, and so those are your step siblings you're talking about,
Yeah.
or? Okay. And so you mean basically you just had to kind of like step up and be kind of the adult a little bit and
Yeah.
help out with some of the responsibilities, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna ask, did anything ever happen to you when you was younger?
Yeah. A lot.
What happened?
I had got raped when I was 13.
When you was 13?
Yeah.
Who did that?
One of my friends, I had got him into the house, not thinking anything was gonna happen. Like, he was cool, but
So this was a guy your age?
yeah, I was 13.
You was 13? And he was around the same age?
Yeah,
Okay. And so you went back to the house not thinking that he was thinking about sex.
yeah.
And so what happened?
Nothing.
I'm going down to welcome out.
Okay. So I mean, what do you mean? What I'm asking, like, you say that he R-worded you, right? You say that he R-worded you? That he basically?
Yeah.
Right. So tell me, I mean, how did that happen? Like, what? Like, in other words, I'm trying to figure out, like, so how did y'all get in, like, the house together by yourself or whatever?
My granddad was watching me, and he can't hear and shit. So.
Oh, so you was playing granddad. So you don't bother. So granddad's supposed to be babysitting, but he kind of be out of there a little bit or whatever.
Yeah.
And so you could kind of do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Wow. And so when that happened, I mean, did it start off with you like kind of wanting to maybe do less than sex, but still wanting to hang out with the guy? Because I mean, why would you bring the guy like?
I mean, because it was cold outside and he didn't have nowhere to go. Like, I felt bad.
Okay.
He was good people.
Okay. And so you brought him in, and I guess he kind of took it from you or whatever. Did he like hold you down or what?
Yeah.
Did you scream or anything or what happened?
Yeah.
And I guess granddad, he can't hear, so. And that was the first time that ever happened?
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
Depressed? Shit, I mean, my mama wouldn't believe me about it either, and I tried to go to her first.
She didn't believe you? So, I mean, was she like kind of not in your life, or was she kind of somewhat?
She worked a lot. She worked a lot. So like, she was, but she wasn't.
I get it. And so she didn't believe you when you said that. How'd that make you feel?
Shit, made me feel worse.
Kind of unprotected and like you really didn't have nobody to go to?
Yeah.
Did you tell your dad?
Yeah.
What was his response?
I told him after.
Like kind of a while after?
Yeah.
What was his response?
I mean, he was kind of sad, but he didn't really care too much.
You didn't care? And this is the one that raised you mostly, right?
Yes.
I mean, how did that make you feel?
It, like, fucked up.
Huh. And so that wasn't the only time that happened to you in your life?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so, okay. Well, what else about growing up was kind of not normal or something that you look back on and was maybe a little negative or whatever?
My stepmom was a little bit of an alcoholic and she.
So she was kind of alcoholic? Yeah, I could imagine how much kind of hell that can be.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you go to high school?
No, I finished in 9th grade, but this is.
You stopped going to ninth?
Yeah.
Why? Why'd you drop out?
Mostly because I was a runaway from defects.
You say what?
I was a runaway from defects, so I couldn't.
So you ended up going to defects?
Yeah.
What age did you go to defects?
14.
Why?
My parents had gave me up because they thought mentally I wasn't okay, but they thought defects would be able to help with that.
Did anything happen in defects or anything like that? What happened in defects?
I had got molested in a group home.
In a group home?
Yeah.
Who did that?
One of the male staff.
The staff? What did they do? Like, was it just kind of like, you know, touching your arm, or was it like touching your private areas and
Touching
stuff
my
like that?
private area.
Did you tell them to stop? What happened?
I decided to take things in my own hands and just leave.
So it was like an ongoing thing or whatever?
Yeah.
How often would he do that?
A lot.
You say what?
A lot.
A lot?
Yeah.
And did you like, so you never told anybody? You never told any other staff or anything?
Yeah, I tried telling.
I'm busy, man. All right, don't interrupt me.
I tried telling the police. I told defects. Shit
So you
too.
told the police?
Yeah.
And what happened?
They ain't doing it. They ain't even trying to investigate the shit.
So I understand that the thing that happened at 13, I mean, you know, like what age did you lose your virginity?
16.
16? So that's when you willingly gave it up the first time? So you wasn't like really promiscuous or anything like that at a younger age.
No.
So why did these guys, like, you know, I guess they just kind of wanted it and they took it type deal? I guess, you know, as a young lady, it's like, that sucks because, hold on real quick, man. Hold on real quick, man. All right, so, I mean, long story short, felt like a lot of kind of feelings of feeling like you were unprotected and, you know, didn't really have anybody to go to. I mean, what effect do you think that's had on you at this point in life?
A big effect. Like, I'm not the same person I was back then.
And so are you pretty much like, are you with this guy the guy whatever that walked by, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are like together, or is he kind of like, y'all are working together type deal?
We was working.
Kind of working? Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Is it just the boosting, or, you know, is it like, hey, got a young Caucasian lady out here, let's walk her down the street and see what happens type deal?
No.
No? Okay, all right, I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying, I gotta ask, right? I gotta ask. Okay, so as far as it goes, you know, so it's just been a few days, right? And that's a good little stint, 2 years.
Yeah.
Was you in prison or jail?
Jail.
So you was in jail for 2 years? Wow. Okay, and so, I mean, what's your plan at this point? What is your plan to kind of get out of this position of homelessness and kind of on with your life?
I was trying to look for a center I could go to or something. I want to be able to get a job and shit.
Well, I mean, do you think you should like get your GED and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Why didn't you do that when you was in jail?
They said they didn't have a GED program.
Well, yeah, I don't think they really have that in jails. They more so have that in prisons.
Prison.
Okay. So, I mean, the long and short of it is that you're basically kind of just out here. You don't have any high school diploma. You don't really have any marketable skills. So you kind of got to start from square one.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you going to do that? Like, because you're 19, you should be, see this is Georgia State. All this is Georgia State. Okay, you should be a student right now at Georgia State studying whatever it is.
Right.
Do you foresee a time in life where you'll kind of have that going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, miss, we really appreciate you taking the time answering all of our questions. If anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, you have a way they can do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
Yeah.
What's your cat? What you got?
My social or my
Both.
Cash App?
And do it quick because we got the thing behind us.
My Cash App is all about that cash, and my Instagram is X_Smiley2.
What's the IG?
X_Smiley2.
Okay, X_ and then Smiley, SMILEY 2, the number 2?
The number 2.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, miss, we really appreciate you. Definitely wish you nothing but the best, all right?
All right.
All right, miss.